How is it going, you guys? This is Primetime War Thunder to you. Primetime War Thunder coming to you guys with another video. So in this video, we are going to be exploring Russian bias and whether it is real or whether it is a skill issue. So we're gonna start out in the Soviet I-185. Send a quick burst at this Spitfire right here that's incoming, and dodge it. See, and here's the thing: it's pretty easy to dodge planes. Just you want to do it with time, not too soon, not too late. It takes some practice to find that perfect timing. But it's literally just avoiding the nose. And then as you saw right there, I kept that Spitfire locked onto me. I kept in tunnel vision. Oh, excuse me. And what happened? One of my teammates came in and got him. And now that may not have been a kill for me. That was a kill for the team. And that's what matters at the end of the day. Is you yourself could get 6 kills. You know, 6, 7 kills, but you could still lose because while you got 6 or 7 kills, the rest of your team maybe got 1 or 2, and that was it. And like not everyone on your team got kills. So while the other enemy team, everyone got like let's say 3 kills, or something. So at least all the ones that were left and stuff. So they can take you out like that. I've had it before where I've outnumbered, the team, and we still lost because of that reason. So send this quick burst at this J21. I did end up severing it with that first burst, so I was able to get out of its guns a lot easier. And yeah, so now we're gonna go ahead and dive down. There's a few targets that we can choose from: P-51, P-47, and in a Spitfire. So we're gonna go ahead and choose the P-51 right here. Let's go ahead and start loading onto him. I did end up shooting at him, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get him. So I just broke off and I went towards the P-47 because I saw that it was alone. Send a few shots, missed because I have bad aim, and then well, luckily one of my volleys gets him, tears off his wing, and now we go towards the Spitfire, get a few shots on him. I did end up only critting it though, so someone else got him, or will get him. Now I 100% could have killed it, but I saw this P-47 right here. I saw that it was going up. I didn't know if it was gonna start booming, zooming, or what. So like, I need to put a stop to that before he gets momentum going. So, and I definitely know I can outturn a P-47. So I know that won't be an issue for me. The only way he'll be able to get me is if he boom and zooms, and that's not what this guy's doing. I was able to slightly turn in on him, get my nose in a lot quicker than he could, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get that money shot. It where you're doing that loop, you come around and you start shooting and the enemy just explodes. Yeah, unfortunately I've only got that shot a few times, but it is what it is. So P-47, now go ahead and start shooting at it. Manage to take off its wing and then take it out at the same time. So now and now we look at for new targets. Now by this point there was only like 2 or 3 enemies left, so we definitely weren't losing at this point because I believe they only had 1 fighter, maybe a bomber, including this guy, or it might have just been this guy and someone else. I can't remember what it was, but yeah. So dive down, and now we're going getting ready to go on this SB2. Alright, so we send a few shots at it, and we managed to take off its tail. And good, because I do not want to get behind those things. Those things are deadly. I've definitely been killed by them before, by that rear gunner. So I don't want to be behind them as much as I can if possible. So now, like I said, at this point there wasn't much enemy left. So because I'm trying to get this plane aced, I decided I'm gonna start either ground and pounding, or I'm just gonna take out AI planes. And luckily I did see a few AI planes around here, so I'm like, I'll go for them first. Want to stay as high up in the air as I can. and just in case that last person does manage to pop out somewhere. And I believe at this point there was just one guy left. Like that was it. There was no more left. There wasn't anyone left, and he must have been a bomber. But and I was also trying to scan around real quick, seeing if I could see any trails or anything. Didn't see anything. Constantly looking at the mini map, seeing if I see a red diamond show up. You know, now the only crappy thing about this is that you don't see the closure rates, so you can't tell how far away I am. Obviously, I knew during the match how far away I was, but so. So we close in and send a quick burst, miss, send the second one that gets its wing, and as you see, I heard it. It was trying to shoot at me, and yeah, this is unfortunately the part of War Thunder that no one talks about is well, actually everyone actually talks about it pretty openly, is the grind in War Thunder. But typically you think, okay, well, I'll just shoot down enemy planes, and that's it. And to an extent, yeah, that is the case. But as you see, you won't always be able to get as many kills as as you would like to make big impacts. Most of the time, you're gonna get one, maybe two, and yeah, that'll give you some points, but it's like for tiers 1, 2, and 3, that won't be so bad. It'll, for the first two tiers, one or two matches, and you'll pretty much get every plane. Third tier, it might take a few more, it might take 3 or 4, depending on how well you do. But after that, once you get into tier 4, where you start getting into, like the 50,000 RPs and 80,000 RPs, and then 100,000, 120, and so on and so forth. It goes up into months real quick when you're only getting 1,000, 2,000 RP points, per match. Obviously, boosters do help out a lot. Premium time does help out a lot as well. But if you don't have boosters, if you don't have premium, then you're screwed. You're stuck to just the base experience that you can get, and that will definitely take a while. That will take a long time. So it does suck, but it is what it is, right? We signed up for this, you could say. So we made the decision to play this game and continue it. So at this point, I'm just like I'm in it. I've been playing it for a long time, so it's like I don't want to lose any of that time, because it was hard to get that experience, and to get to the point where I am now. And I'm trying tanks now, and I'm noticing that, yeah, it's hard. It takes a while to get there. As you saw, I missed a lot of those shots right there. I did end up getting it. I only credited it though. But here's the crazy thing: the AI starts turning in on me like if it was a player, and I definitely wasn't expecting that. Because if this had been a player right here, as you see, I'm going in front of him. He could have shot me down right there if that was a player. Luckily the AI isn't that smart, but it could have shot me down. Um, now. Now, I do an extra long loop for that reason, just to be safe, and I end up sending a quick burst at it, and I rip its tail off. And after this one, I decide I'm just gonna go back to base, rearm, because I am down to just 37 cannon shells left. So, and I do end up speeding it up because obviously you don't want to see me just fly back to the base, try to lose speed, and wait to get rearmed and then take off. So I did end up spinning it to 8 times. And unfortunately, this will be the end of this match, because by the time I get to the airbase and get repaired, and I even went to the unprepared one, unprotected one. So if I had gone to the protected one, it would have been even worse. But by the time I get off the ground right here, the match ended. So as you can see, it's coming to an end here soon. So I'm going to go ahead and end up ending that one and just move on to the second one. Now this one is some bullcrap, man. This one is some bullcrap, and I'm gonna tell you why right now. So look at this mosquito right here. I send a few shots at it, right, and its rear right wing comes off. I'm pretty sure I took off his wing, but I did have some teammates around him that more likely could have gotten him. But I'm pretty sure I should have got credit for that kill, because I'm pretty sure I severed him anyways. But no, I only ended up getting an assist. Not even, like you still got credit even though someone got him. No. So I channel whatever I was feeling at the time. Because of that, took out and could just completely erase that P51. And now look at this right here. So we have a zero and a VL, both flying. Now I know the zero shouldn't have a hard time staying out of the VL's gun rate, out of the VL's guns. I know the zero should have absolutely no problem with that, which is good because now I'm coming in. He got him in a turn. I'm shooting at him. As you can see, I was focused on the VL, and my own teammate kamikazes into me. And I feel like after that, I don't like to use the word curse because I'm Christian, but I was like something happened because this was the very next match after that. Two BF 109s that are surrounding me, and they're more likely talking to each other. Dodge one of them slightly, take out that one, and then I'm looking for the other 109, but I see this F6F coming towards me. So, at this point I was already damaged, and that happens. So I did just stick in the head on because, like I said, I was pretty damaged at that point. I wasn't getting away. But after that, like the next like 5 or 6 matches that I had were exactly like that. I got one, maybe 2 kills, and other than that, um, I was getting no kills, either because I got killed or because I just couldn't find an enemy. Like every time I would see one and fly to it, my teammates would take it out, and then I fly to the next one, the same thing, and so on and so forth. But after this one, my luck changed. So, the Lord blessed me definitely after this, because so check it out right here. I'm going lead pursuit on the Sterling right now. So, moving in, 2 clicks away. Getting closer. I can feel the blood rushing to me. Like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. He's not shooting at me. He's shooting at someone else, which surprised me. But I must have hit its bomb bay or something, because I just blew it up. It didn't like fall apart. It just blew up. So I must have definitely hit its bomb bay or something. So, start looking around, see what else, see who I can target next. There isn't too many people around my altitude. There's a P51 out in the distance, but there's no way I'm gonna reach in time. And as you saw, he's dead now. So the only thing that's really around is above us. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not just gonna start climbing up because that's stupid. I'm gonna lose all my energy. They're gonna see that I'm trying to climb up, that I lost my energy, and they're gonna they're gonna pounce on me. So, I start climbing slowly, away from them, and then once I feel it's okay to, I start turning towards them. I did notice that one of those 109s was kind of starting to go down, so I figured, okay, I can probably get it. And I did end up speeding it up a little bit right there, so so to skip a lot of the just flying time, waiting to get prepared. And now I have a couple opportunities. So I decided to go for the 109 right here. Look around, make sure no one else is following me, no one's on me. I'm good. Send a few shots at that 109. Miss. And now here's the thing. Normally I don't turn fight with this plane. But because the 109 is not a turn fighter and has an arguably worse turn time, I didn't mind turning it like that. Otherwise I would have flown away, got altitude, and then reset. Send a few shots towards it. I ended up severing it on its right wing, and now he's gone. He is one with the earth again. So now I start looking around, see who else I can get. I see a Spitfire and a B-25. So I'm like, okay, this is perfect. I'm gonna go for the Spitfire. I'm like, the ME 410 is distracting it. I'm getting there. Hopefully I can get there before he manages to take it out. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I was slightly off, and here's kind of where I made the mistake. I did kind of try to turn fight it. I don't know why, because I'm an idiot. But luckily, I was lower, and he probably got all excited. He was like, "Oh yeah, this guy's gonna turn fight me." So I made it look like I realized it. I was like, "What am I doing?" So I made it look like I was still gonna turn fight it. But then I started pulling away, and as you can see, I'm definitely pulling away from it. It's definitely not gonna catch me. I fly towards the LA5 teammate that I have right there, hoping that he's gonna help me, but I don't know if he did or not. Cause then that Spitfire just comes straight towards me, and I take off its wing, and we trade. But I'm like, okay, three, definitely better than two, definitely better than one and nothing. So, but this is the following match. So, got a target right here. This P-51, locked and loaded. I'm ready. Start shooting towards it, and I definitely held the trigger a lot longer than I should have right there. I should have just continued to do burst, but I got its wing, and now he's toast. Now who do I choose? Got a P-47, a P-63. There was a couple planes to my right. Um, got a few other options I can choose. There's a P-36, and what is it? Oh yeah, and a P-51. There's a couple planes that are going there. And I choose the P-36 because I know I can definitely get it, and he's kind of the turn fighter. So I don't know why I paused right there. But luckily I managed to take off its wing. And now this P-51 didn't even know I was there until I did that, and I missed. Because I have horrible aim for whatever reason. And now I know this P-51 can't out. Well, the P-51 does. This specific one does actually have a slightly better turn time than my I-185, and I did kind of forget that. But luckily, this guy isn't that good. Because if he was, he would have realized that, and yeah, he would have turned in on me. Miss again, miss again. Don't know why I missed so much, but I eventually got it. So that's three already. And we're 6 minutes into the match. I'm like, okay, not bad, definitely good, definitely better. I feel like whatever was on me at the time is definitely now gone. So start climbing again, and I see an I-16. Now, I had told there's another I-16 there as well, but I saw this P-47, and I did not want to leave to chance that P-47 actually knew what he was doing, and since the I-16 was by itself, with that other I-16, I figured they're probably like dogfighting and they don't want any interruptions. So I decided to go for the P-47 to make sure that it gets taken down. Now he starts to climb away, as you see. So I see I'm not gonna catch it because it had altitude on me and speed, so it's pulling away now. So I start to climb up, and then that P-47. I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna turn around because I know I'm not gonna get that P-47. That P-47 is gone. And then if you can't really see that well on this small mini map, but that P-47 was heading towards his airbase. So I'm not gonna take the chance that I'm gonna get shot down by a base AA. That Bill 109 was to take the chance. Hey, that's on him. That's all you, bro. Do you. So I turn around, got a decent amount of altitude, decent amount of speed. I'm kind of slow, not gonna lie. 215 miles per hour is right around 400 kilometers, give or take. So P-47 tries to dive towards me. Had no problem dodging that. So starting now, I turn in on it, and he sees that I'm on his 6 now, and he's probably not too happy, especially because there was another plane that just dove on him. Missed those shots. Instead of continuing in that loop, I decided to go horizontal, so that I can retain my energy, and not get stalled out in front of him. Miss again, and now that I do have some speed, now I can go vertical if need be, and boom, there it is, the money shot. So, like I said, those shots feel amazing when you can land those shots. Like, chef's kiss. So now we're at 4. And so like I said, with the I-16, I had told it that I'm going to stay close. I told my teammate that I was going to stay close, and that if he needed me to let me know. Well, I should have just intervened regardless, because I think that the enemy I-16 managed to damage our I-16, because our I-16s just started flying away after this. But unfortunately, his engine must have got damaged, so he couldn't really do anything. So I go down, and I'm not gonna turn in on it. So I know he's not gonna be able to pull up towards me because he's of how slow he is. And this is why it's very important to know your plane and know what plane you're battling against. Because if I had tried to turn fight this thing thinking that I could, I would have absolutely lost that. But that's not what I did. Instead, I knew that he couldn't keep up with me in literal raw horsepower, raw power alone. So instead, I just extended from him. Once I felt comfortable, turned back in, sent a quick burst. I missed. Oh well. Zoom back up and just do it again and just repeat and repeat and repeat until I get him, until I drain him out of energy, and he just can't keep up with me. Now he just gave up on that because, as you see, he turns back into the other I-16, and I definitely should have turned back in a lot sooner than this. Um, my power alone, I would have caught up with that I-16 a lot sooner than I did, and I would have been able to save this I-16. So to that pilot, I'm sorry. I did kind of blunder that a little bit, and I should have been a better teammate, and I do apologize for that. But so closing in on this I-16. And as you did see, there was a key 49 that's also behind us, which is, obviously not going to be not a good thing. At this point, though, there is only a few enemies left, though, so it's not too bad that I-16 gets our I-16, but then I shred it right there. Now that key is closing in now, and at the time, I thought that I only had one cannon left that still had shells, so I figured I need to make this count. So I need to get close, and I guess I had more. Otherwise, if I realized that I actually had more, I would have, or based at least on what this replay shows, I would have turned back into him and I would have got him. Because I definitely could have got the job done with 51 shells. But I didn't want to risk it with just one cannon having any shells in it. I figured that was too much of a risk because it's just me and one of my teammates, which was, I believe he's a B1B. Um, and he is the only one left on their team. So I fly away, and in hindsight, I probably could have landed at that one, at that airfield right there. But once again, I just didn't want to take the risk because since he's the only one left, I don't know how desperate he was. So so I go to our other airfield, and I wasn't slowing down in time for some reason, so I just let it tip forward so that it would just stop me. Like as long as I don't blow up, that's all that matters. And as you see, I do have 5 kills now. So this will be the last match too. But and here's the thing: we don't have a lot of. We're losing in terms of points, as you see. Not by too much, but we are. And I don't have bombs, so I can't go after bases. My teammate, like I said, I believe he's a B1AB. He might have bombs. I don't remember if he did or not, but he definitely should have been grounding and pounding. He definitely should have been bombing bases if he could. I could have taken care of this. I could have kept watching the skies, because if my teammate was grounding and pounding the entire time, then it would have drawn him out. But instead, I had to start grounding. I had to start ground and pounding too. Then my teammate started helping me, and then yeah, we drove him out. But you'll see. And it's one of those things that you need to take as a lesson, right? For yourself and for anyone that watches this video. Do not hesitate. Be proactive. Um, be tactful. So, so it is what it is. You learn more from mistakes than you do from accomplishments and achievements. So, once again, I'm just gonna try and take this as a learning opportunity, and just try to be the best that I can. So now at this point, I have a little over 300 shells left. Now that's definitely enough to take out an enemy. Hell, 200, even 100 is enough. But I figured I'm gonna save whatever I have left for the enemy, and he appeared right there. He's about 3 clicks away from me. So he's 4 clicks away from me. And now we're closing in, but we lost because we ran out of time. But yeah, please like, share, and subscribe.